my Lord. The light is going down and the week is here. Save my soul. I can feel it coming, troubles in the air.
Welcome to franchise mode, the best way to play through a season with your favorite team. In Madden 17, we're giving you more control and more decisions for more impact. Control the game like never before with Play the Moments, the fastest way to play.
Awaits. You are in the hot seat, controlling it all. Choose a coach who will execute the game plan. Take them to the field, where you'll put it all on the line.
Charles is free. Nothing but daylight ahead of him. He's going to take this all the way.
Your strategy, your draft, your championship. This is Draft Champions.
nailed down, you have to add as many areas of the field as possible. Not too much surprise to see Green Bay players in high demand. Here's a chance for another Packer to come off the board. After the draft's complete, check out the draft summary screen for a full review. So that's the process of putting your team together. From here, you can either take a moment to modify your lineup or, heck, head right out onto the field to see how you do. The lineup screen should be pretty self-explanatory. If you'd like to make some executive decisions on your
begins today. I'm Larry Ridley, and this is Draft Champions. The Broncos enter play this afternoon, ready to see what they've got and how or if these pieces are going to fit together. Their opponents in this one, the Chicago Bears.
All right, Larry, thank you. It is indeed time for a Draft Champions matchup and what is set to be a great Draft Champions matchup in the booth. Brandon Gaudin with Charles Davis, and these guys should have a huge impact on the outcome of this game. They're ready to roll. We're ready to roll. Let's roll. And it's the birth of a new club as we're underway in Draft Champions. On the return, here's a speedy Jamison Crowder. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. They'll run for the first time with Devontae Freeman. And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up second down. And the offense there, the O-line, everybody really on offense, they were just manhandled at the point of attack.
Yeah, you could pretty much call them all out, couldn't you? Almost by name, right? That was a very tough sequence for the offensive line. But how about that defensive front creating a new line of scrimmage and creating a lost yardage possibility?
And Thomas has it. The 40. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this into enemy territory across the 40.
Coaches really don't care from what position they get this, but run after the catch ability, rack ability, is often the difference between winning and losing and changing field position.
This is Freeman on 1st and 10. And he's going to get this inside the 30. 10 yards on the pickup there. And it'll be first down Bears.
Anytime a team goes on the road, there's always that little bit of fear that maybe they can be affected by the hometown crowd. But this is where game planning really came into play. They talked about it all week. Go in there, establish yourselves. Well, that run right there, that slows down the crowd and gives them a lot of confidence.
A gain of 3, second down.
Partner, we know today's NFL is really built around the guy throwing the football. But these short runs, they still pay dividends because they can take their toll on a defense and they can add up as the game goes along. You control the clock, you control the ball, and that way you often control the game.
Swings it out to the flat for Freeman. They'll get a couple yards on that one, and they're going to have a third down. And they're getting him involved early.
You feel like they saw something on tape, or they just have a sense with him because he's had a good week of practice or something in that area. But they want him involved, just as you said. They want him to touch it either in the running game or the passing game, but they must like the matchups they're getting.
Complete to Gilmore, the tight end. And he takes it down to the 13 and picks up the first.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target. He's so good at that, isn't he?
I think he knew right away that he wasn't going to get to his primary guy. I think he read that as soon as he got to the line of scrimmage, knew where the pressure was going to come from, and said, I know how to beat that, and that's what he did.
And did he get the feet down? No, they'll say he did not. It's incomplete.
That was a difficult catch, and I admire the fact that he actually caught the football, worked so hard to get his feet down in bounds, tried to do the toe tap. My dad's an accomplished tap dancer. I'm not sure if he would have gotten his feet in on that one.
Is he really?
Yeah, that he is.
How about that one? And he takes this one in for a Bears touchdown. Jamison Crowder, a 15-yard touchdown grab. And the Bears take it all the way down the field and score on the opening drive. And he's got it to make it 7-0 in favor of the Bears. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This fielded at the 2. Look at the spin. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. Now McNair looking for a first down throw. The catch made by DeAndre Hopkins. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
Now some movement before the snap. And we'll hear from our referee for the first time this afternoon.
Offense.
He's going to rifle one deep left side. And they went for a big play through the air on second down. Couldn't connect. Now it's third.
One of the toughest things about playing defensive back is pattern reading, trying to figure out what they're doing. And on that one, they had to fly, just sending a guy downfield with the in route accompanying it. What people call a dagger route, trying to hit the guy underneath after the clear out. In this case, though, they're not able to get it done.
Yeah, they said forget the underneath route. They went for the guy on the fly, but as you said, incomplete.
Let's go!
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Vic Beasley coming hard that time. He's able to run him down for a loss of 12. Out of the gun, it's McNair. Over the middle, the connection to Hearns. And he'll get it out to midfield. Looks like, yeah, they'll spot it right at midfield at the 50. 12 yards is the pickup there. And just like that, it's third down. From the gun, here's McNair. Surveying the field. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. And how about this? 4th and long, and they're going to go for it. At the end of one, 7-0 is our score. Back alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. It's Bronco football to begin quarter number 2. They are, however, facing a 4th down situation. They'll break the huddle here and go for it. This is 4th down. They're going to try and throw. And this is incomplete. Boy, a real head-scratcher there. And the Bears are going to get the football back, and they're going to get it in great field position. And now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field. And they'll just simply be looking to build off the confidence of the last time out where they scored a touchdown.
And confidence is powerful, isn't it? When you've scored once, you feel like you can go back out there and get it done again. Doesn't matter what the defense throws at them. They feel like they're in a groove right now, and they want to get out there and show it.
Yeah, hoping to stay in that groove here this go-around.
Here we go!
A play fake. Now McNabb. Over the middle, it's Thomas. And give him 17 yards that time as that'll move the chains. And, boy, they had high praise for this rookie receiver when we asked the coaches about him, didn't they?
They certainly did, and obviously they liked his measurables. Otherwise, they wouldn't have brought him onto the team. Height, weight, speed, all of that. But how about what they really said? Competitiveness. That's what they really liked about him. The way he goes after the football, competes for it, and decides when it's in the air, it's his and only his.
And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down. Well, there they went blitz defensively, Charles, and things were paved well coming from the linebacker position.
I love the way that you described it, paved well. Oftentimes, the guy who gets home on the blitz, he's going to get all the credit, but his teammates did all the dirty work, right? They ran into people on purpose. They sometimes tugged on jerseys to hold linemen to create space and gaps. And that play finished off really, really well. Well-conceived, well-designed, and even better executed.
Here's McNabb. And that is incomplete. Trying to get that in the hands of Devontae Freeman that time. And that brings up 4th down. So on 4th down, Marvin Lewis sends on the field goal unit. On the left hash, this from 48 yards. And that is not going to get there. Oh, he missed it short. It's no good. And this score will stay right where it is.
Everything looked good. Good snap, good hold. Sometimes, though, the ball just doesn't want to go where you want it. And this one winds up no good.
Here's the Denver offense now as they get set to take over here. And this offense last time turned it over, went for it on 4th, didn't get it. They're lucky, though, because no points against the team on the board, but we'll see how they respond.
Yeah, they've got to give a lot of credit to their defensive teammates, don't they? They had their backs on that last series, and because they did so, that allows the coach to still stay aggressive on offense and maybe go for it again in a similar situation.
I was going to say maybe makes that offense feel good, but when you know you've got a defense making stands like that.
Yeah, that'll loosen up things a little bit, won't it? Maybe you'll play a little bit better the next time you have the ball.
Call it a gain of 4 on 1st, and that'll make it second down.
Let's go!
Play action. It's McNair. Backing up. This will be caught at about the 3. A good pickup there of 20 yards. And now the passing game here in the second quarter starting to heat up a little bit.
Don't you feel the rhythm starting to happen, right? You see it. Now the confidence is starting to rise. I think now as a play caller, because that has happened, you lean on it a little bit more. You don't go totally away from running the football, but you do say, guess what? We can throw it. We can throw it well with a whole lot of confidence.
2 minutes to go here in the first half. We're back to Baltimore after this. We remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll pay a visit to Larry Ridley in Orlando with our EA Sports Halftime Report. The play clock's running down. They just do get the playoff as he'll look to throw. That's caught at the 1. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. A gain of 4 on the play. And that's going to bring up an interesting 3rd and goal.
Let's go! Fire 38! Fire 38!
Now McNair off the play fake. Now the Bears electing to call a timeout defensively. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. So a defensive timeout, chance to regather, regroup, and get set as we resume action. The offense is staying out there. Here we go on 4th and goal from the 1.
Here we go! Fire 38! Fire 38!
On play action, they'll throw. And it is incomplete. They're turned away on 4th and goal. And the Chicago defense able to come up with a goal line stand. And now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field. And the last time that they were on the field, a little demoralizing. Missed field goal. You always feel like you want to get it in the end zone, but then, oh, well, at least we're going to get 3. Oh, and he's not going to make it out of the end zone. The push too strong, and that'll be a safety. And this offense, this new offense, would appear they still have a few kinks to work through.
And isn't that to be expected? It's a unit that hasn't played together a real game before. So they definitely got some growing pains, Brandon. And this one, it cost them 2 points.
Free kick out of bounds. Kicking team.
They come out 5 wide, 3 of them to the right side. On first down, it's McNair. And nearly picked off. Surprising to see a defender of his caliber let it get away, but it does get away and it's 2nd down.
Oh, man, that was close. The opportunity to change momentum, big play, right in his hands, unable to come down with it.
A sigh of relief, no doubt, on offense that fell harmlessly to the ground. To throw, McNair. He finds Hearns left side. And he's finally taken down, but not before getting across midfield and across the 45-yard line. And quickly, they get to the line. First down, here's a run with Peterson. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down.
Here we go!
The play action fake. They'll look to throw. Over the middle, the connection to Hearns. And he gets this one all the way down inside the 20-yard line. We're going to speed things up here. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Denver score. Allen Hearns is in the final seconds of the first half, and the Broncos have taken the lead. So the offense takes the timeout, and they are back out and ready to rock. So they're going to go for two. They'll try and throw for it. This will be caught at about the 6. But he is not going to make it into the end zone. They stop him short, so they'll add only 6 as we come up on halftime. Protection was great. He had time to set up a campsite, but in the secondary, though, they were ready.
And I think that in most places on the field, if you have that much time to throw the ball, someone's going to shake free and you'll find an open receiver. But condensed near the goal line on a 2-point conversion, all that exit, there's not any extra field. So it kind of closes in on them, and that allows you to cover a little bit better.
And this kick is not going to be close. It's well short, well right to boot. So that would have been something from that distance, but to no avail. Comes up empty as we have reached. Never mind, Larry. Forget your halftime report. Apparently, we are set for the third quarter of action already. This one taken just inside the 10. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line. Here comes the Broncos offensive unit here as they'll have it first to begin this third quarter. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had an ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ball game.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show them one thing, hit them with something else.
On second down, McNair. And this one complete to Jermaine Gresham. And he's finally taken down, but not before getting across midfield and across the 45-yard line. They're going to hurry back to the line now. They give it to Peterson. Whoosh. And he gets this one all the way down inside the 20-yard line. They get 25 yards out of that one. And it'll be first down, Denver. They run again on first down, Peterson. And he's eaten up at the line of scrimmage. Might have gotten a yard down to the 16. The defensive tackle, Kyle Williams, there for the stop.
That's a good play by the guys on the defensive side of the ball. Held him to a gain of 2. And that changes the playbook a little bit now for the guy calling plays. 2nd and 8. Now he's got to probably think about going to the air instead.
And he is into the end zone for a Denver touchdown. Ladarius Green, a 16-yard touchdown. And the Broncos will extend their lead.
The tight end position has always been dangerous, especially in the red zone, short field. But now even more so because these tight ends aren't necessarily the tight ends of old. They're the rocked-up wide receivers who have a little bit more speed. Way harder to cover than before.
They'll need to get the play off quickly. And some real confusion here. They won't even get to the line.
Delay of game, offense.
Yes, sir. Oh, that's it, baby. Go work.
Another attempt now from 5 yards further back. No, and the increased distance may have cost him there, as it is no good. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And no thought to bring this one out. He'll just go down to a knee, and they'll take over at the 25. A look at the offense now here, coming back out on the road for their first possession of the second half. They just yielded a touchdown on the other end. Now they'll be trying to answer the bell and get a score of their own.
It's their opportunity to match. Can they do exactly what they just saw happen to them? Go down the field and score a touchdown. And to me, the best way to do it, look at your play sheet coordinator and call plays for guys that make the best plays for you. Go to the guys that you know can get the ball down to the end zone.
Off the corner. Where'd he come from? Well, I guess he came off the corner, but really nice play.
I like when you're able to pose a question and answer it at the same time. That's exactly where he came from, but it's not something that you normally see. Most of the time, we're thinking about those guys covering pass catchers. In this case, he was a big factor in the run game. No gain.
Offense trying to avoid stalling out, facing a 3rd and 10. Defense really showing respect to the deep ball here, playing off the receivers. From the gun, here's McNabb. And this is going to be incomplete. He was looking for Jamison Crowder there, and it's 4th down.
We know it's not an easy job to go out and catch passes when people are trying to tackle you and knock the ball away. But the bottom line is, that's a pass he's got to have and a pass he should have caught.
This is fielded at the 27. Able to get away.
That's why you keep the legs churning.
A 45-yard punt, 4 there on the return. And the Broncos take over, 1st down and 10. Here's the Denver offense now as they get set to take over here. And that last touchdown drive they had very balanced. How key is that balance?
It's huge because most of the time when we talk about balance is run, pass, almost 50-50. But most of the times when you go to offensive coaches, they say balance is we do what we want when we want to. And that means that they're ahead of the defense, keeping them on their heels.
Yeah, they imposed their will on that last drive. Well, the numbers have been good in the passing game and certainly a big reason why they have the lead. But now here, 3rd quarter, maybe go to the run game a little more?
Yeah, perhaps. I mean, after that incompletion, a little credit to the defense for shutting them down on that play. Maybe you try and run the football a little bit more in this spot. They have to feel good about how they've been throwing it overall.
Give them 12 yards on that one. It earns them a fresh set of downs. And they're going to hurry back to the line now. On 1st and 10, McNair. And it's caught over the middle by the tight end, Green. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. On 1st down, it's McNair. On the right side, caught by Green. And they're able to get this one down to the 25. And a nice gain of 21 yards. So the offense has it 1st and 10. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. He can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carolina did that against Denver? They lost the game ultimately. They dropped the defensive end out, and he ended up with an interception in that game in Super Bowl 50. Maybe some sort of scheme like that to try and get more pressure at the passer.
McNair gets it off to Freeman. Look at the spin.
Balance.
And he'll take it into the end zone for a Denver score. Their dangerous wide receiver. 25 yards for the touchdown. And the Broncos will add on to their lead. And on that one, able to catch it, also able to have the wherewithal to to take it in for the score.
And how about the phases of a successful catch and a completion of a play? Look the ball in, secure the catch, and then, of course, the run after the catch that ends up in the end zone.
The Broncos kickoff unit out there to kick this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he won't return this one. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start at the 25. Now the Bears offense ready to take over again. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. And he'll fight forward to about the 27-yard line. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
Tough day, tough sledding right there, and it's been that way the entire game. Not a whole lot of room to ramble for him.
Yeah, you're right. It's been that way all afternoon. Didn't get a whole lot better there. And his rough afternoon continues. He's going nowhere again. It was Jason Pierre-Paul who was able to get him down.
While there was no gain on that run, we do know coaches whose identity is rooted in taking it almost to the limit and then changing things up on you down the stretch. I think we're getting really close to that point in time, though, where the identity map to go out the window, and they've got to go a little bit faster in order to try and win the game. I don't care how many times we see it. I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. First down.
And they built that trust, and that's why they're able to find him in this type of a situation.
Here we go. Brand 38. Brand 38.
We have played 3 quarters. We're back now in Baltimore. It's Bears football, but they trail on the scoreboard as we get set to bring you the 4th quarter. It's a 5-receiver set, 3 to the left, 2 to the right. 2nd down, McNabb. It's caught by Quincy Enunwa. Touchdown, Chicago! Quincy Enunwa, 60 yards. And the Bears draw a bit closer. Well, you know he can be explosive, and he's ultra-explosive there on the fly route.
And you know how many times we've talked to coaches and we've had quoted back to us, well, you know something? When you execute really well, it doesn't matter if they know it's coming or not. Well, sometimes athleticism beats you as well. He just took off and went. That's almost like one of your Turkey Bowl games, isn't it? Just go long,
Backyard.
man. I'll hit you. And it worked really well for them.
This fielded at the 2. Oh, spinning away. Fights off another.
I think the second tackler would have learned from the first.
And Denver getting set to take the field. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Did they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
On 2nd down, McNair. Green's got it over the middle. And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44. Give him 16 yards on the play. And that'll make it 3rd and 1.
And there's another completion to the tight end. And let's face it, it is hard to overthrow a 6'6" target.
It is indeed. Quarterbacks like their speed guys. They like that huge 6'6" target that they've got in him.
They really do, and it reminds me.
And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. The offense staying out. They're going to go on 4th and 2.
Let's go. Brand 38.
Now McNair. And they hit him as he throws, as this one's going to go straight down to the turf. Incomplete. Boy, you talk about not playing it safe. Why were they going for it?
All they can, and they don't have anything left. Do they not trust that the other team's quarterback is just so...
Here so far. And the Bears are an extra point away from tying the football game.
I know Paul Revere talked about by land or by sea, right? You know, one by land, two by sea. He didn't mention air because right now we're seeing a big-time performance, aren't we? That's 2 touchdowns so far in this game.
Where'd you pull that one from?
And, you know, every now and then I actually listened in history class.
And you're just a scholar all the way around. You're reading all the time. I like that you fit that into the broadcast.
You know, I just grab a nugget when I can.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. And Denver getting set to take the field. And last time this unit was out here, costly turnover, and then that turned into 6 points. They've got to make amends.
And how many times have we sat in meetings with coaches and they use the term complementary football? Offense take care of the defense, defense take care of the offense. That didn't happen on the last possession. This is a chance for them to pick themselves back up and help their team.
Yeah, we'll see if they can recoup and recover. He had time, was able to survey the field and find a soft spot in that zone coverage.
And that's where it gets difficult for a defender, Brandon. You go to your spots on the field that you have to cover, and when the offense finds an area that you're not in, that's where they throw the football.
Here's McNair. Hopkins on the grab over the middle. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Looking to speed things up here, going with some tempo. They go play action here on first down. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. To throw, McNair. He finds Hopkins complete. And he eventually goes down, but not before reaching the 30-yard line. Well, we haven't been shortchanged on offense. Another fun play to watch there on the deep pass.
This game has the feel of, what, a turkey bowl, a Thanksgiving day. You know, when we get together this year and the Davises and the Gardens get together, that's what our playbook's going to look like. Like they're drawing them up in the dirt, and so far it's working for both of them.
Play clock winding down. And big problems getting the play out, obviously. This will be a delay.
Delay of game, offense. Still first down.
So it's Bronco football as we get you reset here. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Now McNair. He's got time in the pocket. And this is caught for a Bronco touchdown. Jay Ajayi, an 11-yard touchdown. And the Broncos have broken the tie.
And there's the go-ahead touchdown. And so likely we'll kick an extra point. But to me, I'm looking forward. Special teams now with your kickoff. And then your defense, that's where the pressure shifts.
Yeah, because there's plenty of... Oh, look at this. A flip to the kicker. He's going to try to run for it. And he'll be stopped shy of the goal line here. So the lead will remain at 6 points.
Let me go ahead and show my age a little bit. I liked it when they would fake it from the 3-yard line, right? When he'd line up, go ahead, and oh, there's a fake, and he's going to get 2. That's great. But from the 15... the risk-reward, it's just not there.
So risky to get 15 yards on a fake. Well, you see the result right there.
Yeah, I know these young whippersnappers are trying to do different things in this game, but let's go back to old reliable. Kick the ball through the post.
Get off my lawn.
That's darn right.
And now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field. And they're hoping to capture some of that magic they had last time out when they were able to put together a scoring drive. But they're still down here, Charles.
Not the major concern, though, because of what you talked about. They scored the last time out. They feel good about themselves. They feel like their game plan is now in effect. They know how to attack and what plays they want to put together. But they've got to keep it moving in the right direction because, as you did note, they are down on the scoreboard.
They'll look to throw. This one caught by Crowder. The reception good for 7. It's third down.